What's going on, guys? I figured out how to get my iPhone to record in 4K, so this means I will be able to make YouTube videos. So if you're interested in old school bodybuilding, everything classic, stay tuned. I'm actually on my way to hit chest right now, and we're on the come up, so let's get it popping. All right, chaps, just got to the gym. I took a shot of espresso before. Those of you that know me on Instagram, it's my thing I do. I love shot of espresso before the gym. I don't take pre-workout. I'll make another video for that. But today we're gonna focus on blood flow for the chest. So pumping as much blood as possible into the muscle. This means that we're gonna start stretching, then we're gonna do push-ups, then we're gonna go into the workout. And every set, we're gonna superset with push-ups, ideally. You know, blood flow means more nutrients sent to the broken down fibers to build the muscle up. So that's my philosophy for training in general, is more of a pump feeling. And let's go pump up this chest.
All right, guys, for my warm-up, right now I'm strapping up. It's chest day. I want to keep my wrist stabilized, nice and tight. I look back there. It's funny because this kid was like screaming like a gorilla. I shake my head, but in general, I always warm up with 5-pound dumbbells. I do like just certain movements to kind of warm up my shoulders, because I have, my left shoulder has an issue, and it kind of gets the blood flowing, and it loosens you up before the gym. I always want to stretch, and I always want to loosen up my shoulders and my body, pump some blood into the delts, because it goes into the biceps and triceps as well with what I'm doing. So it's ideal to kind of warm your body up doing this, loosen up the muscles, just loosen up in general. I do the side laterals, I do front raises, everything will loosen up and pump up a different part of my muscle. It's very important. All right, guys, we are starting with the Smith Machine incline press. This is my warm-up set. It was my first set. So I was shooting for about 10 to 15 reps with a nice slow stretch and a hard squeeze at the top. It's very important that you establish this mind-muscle connection. Every single rep, I'm thinking about my upper chest and using that muscle to move the weight. I prefer the Smith Machine because there's a less risk for injury, and I get a better squeeze and a better feeling in the muscle. I can focus on the muscle more than balancing the barbell. So I'll always choose the Smith Machine for movements that can be used with the barbell as well.
Last set for the drop set.
All right, guys, this was the last working set of the Smith Machine incline press. I was looking for roughly 8 to 12 reps. I want a nice slow negative, and I don't want to come all the way up because I want to keep constant tension on my upper chest. So every single rep, I'm thinking about my upper chest moving the weight, and I'm trying to stay focused on that muscle group. I don't want to think about anything else. So I'm planning to drop set this set as well. So I come off here, and I'm going to take a plate off each side and get back to it. Now, when I do get back to it, I can't really get more than 5 to 6 reps. I go to failure on drop sets usually because it pumps as much blood as possible. And since it's the last set, it's crucial that you're pumping as much blood as possible for that first exercise to set the pace for a good workout. So after I finish that, I'm moving on. One of my favorite chest movements is seated cable flies. They're really important for keeping constant tension on the muscle. I love cables because the constant tension is incredible and it gives an incredible pump. So the first exercise gave me a great pump, and I'm keeping the pace and I'm going for it. So I'm aiming to bring my hands underneath my nipples and squeeze my chest. It gives an incredible contraction, and shooting for about 10 to 15 reps ideally. Always want to stretch fully, and then you come down, hard squeeze, stretch, squeeze. It's fantastic. Now, you'll notice here I'm switching to a little bit of a press. I do about 5 to 10 of these. This is just to push more blood into the muscle. So I'm really trying to get as much blood as possible into the chest. So, gotta really stay focused and keep my mind in the chest. This is incredible for isolating the chest, and the entire chest muscle, because I started with 2 incline movements. It'd be redundant to do another one. My upper chest is pretty shot. Maybe next exercise, right? So you'll notice here, I'm just pressing with my palms. I'm always using the inside of my palms to really focus on the chest, but you know, I'll do one-armed reps, maybe 4 to 5 each side. And this is because I like to switch up my training. I train with intuition, so it's all just how I feel, what's pushing the most blood into the muscle. You know, you get to a point where you can freestyle in the gym and you flow. It creates a beautiful element to your training because it's not so standard. Everything isn't so procedure. It's more of just seeing how you feel and, you know, training accordingly. I don't even have my exercises planned before I go into the gym. I think, hey, it's chest day, and I walk in and I see what's up. It's all about, you know, coming up with your own routine day by day, because your body will adapt to the same standard routine, you know, week by week by week. So it's imperative that you're attacking the muscle, especially the chest, from as many angles as possible. Finish up here, you know, could barely get 8 reps, but felt really good, gave a great pump. We are doing the incline dumbbell flies, and I'm actually gonna superset this with a landmine press, except I'm gonna take both dumbbells and kind of place them together over my upper chest. So we see here when I press up, my goal is to get a full stretch of my upper chest, every rep. I'm really thinking about stretching the chest as far as possible. You know what? And I'll lay my hands out so my palms are not facing each other, and that actually gives a way better squeeze on the chest when you come up and you twist the weight. So I kind of change my angle almost every rep, every couple reps to get a better pump, because my chest will adjust to the movement. So it's crucial that I'm always changing it up. You know, and then I switch to this landmine press. Barely get enough reps to call it a set, but it was just kind of a finisher, and it pumps way more blood into the chest. That's the goal right now, as much blood as possible, guys. That is how we create that golden era physique. Enjoy the pump. All right, guys, cable flies. This is an incredible pump-up movement. You know, Arnold always used to talk about them. I believe, personally, the chest muscle is built way better with fly movements than pressing movements. I kind of prioritize fly movements in my training. But, you know, in this set, I'm aiming for about 8 reps. It's a warm-up set, and I'm checking how my muscles really feel. Because if it's a bad angle on the flies, and I'm not getting a good contraction, a good stretch, and I'm not really feeling a pump, I always switch it up. Just a little bit, whether it's a high angle, medium angle, or a lower angle, doesn't matter. Flies are flies, and it's whatever your chest feels the best and most blood with. But, you know, during my sets, I love posing. Posing is very crucial. I'm tilting my arm there, squeezing my right pec into my left pec, you know, pumping more blood into it. Posing during sets is very important, and it helps you establish a greater mind-muscle connection. But when I do these working sets, I'm aiming for about 15 to 20 reps. The weight is lighter than usual, so I can hit those reps and also get a good squeeze and a good stretch. Focus on the form because my chest is pretty much shot at this point, and now we're just trying to get that remaining blood into the chest before I finish up my workout. All right, guys, this is one of the best finishers I've ever done with chest, and I do it often. I'll do push-ups on the Smith machine bar. And what this allows me to do is really focus on using my palms, whichever angle it is, to squeeze the chest and get, you know, good reps. But I can also switch the angle up with the bar. So I'll shoot for about 10 to 15 reps with kind of like a higher set bar. And once I can't do any more, I'm gonna drop the bar lower, and I'm gonna keep doing as many reps as I can. And the goal here is to push as much blood as possible into the muscle. Again, push-ups are great to warm up or a great finisher, and they should be included in almost every chest workout you do. Because at the end of the day, if you're not pushing blood into the muscle, you're not getting an efficient pump, you're not gonna see growth. And growth is the most important thing to building muscle.
first video of the Old School Glory Fitness channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, Glory Old School on Instagram, Michael Pana on Instagram, oldschoolglory.com for the sickest old school merch available. Chest is pumped, and time to eat.